Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So now I will continue our class sessions, continuing from previous interest in land, chapter 3. So now we're gonna learn on type of land titles, type of land interest, and also contents of land title. Okay, so first we will learn on the document of title, okay, DOT, or the layman will call it as grant. So the DOT actually is a grant, okay, the document of title. So it is actually an evidence of ownership which contains basically the information about owner of the lands and also the location for the lands and all of the information about lands. Okay, so the information provided in the document titles, other than the information relating to lands, okay, so it is also includes the express conditions, restriction in interest. Okay, I'm forgotten to explain on the express condition. It's actually in the grant, it is stated with syarat-syarat nyata, because of most of the grant in Malaysia we use Malay language. Okay, so the express condition in the title, it is written as syarat-syarat nyata. Okay, and then also includes the restriction in interest. It is actually sekatan kepentingan, the amount of quit rent, okay, cukai tahunan or cukai tanah, and also all dealings, okay, dealings related to the land, alright, including charge to the bank. Okay, there are two copies of titles. Okay, we have RDT, Registrar Document of Titles. Okay, for your information, this RDT actually is the original documents. Okay, the RDT means any document registered or prepared for registered under the NLC as evidence to the lands. Okay, so means that RDT is actually a documents, okay, any documents that's registered, okay, with the land registrations according to NLC, and it is the original documents, and okay, normally, okay, this RDT is placed at the land office or registrar office. Alright, so another types of documents, okay, the DOT is issue document title. Okay, this IDT, we call it as IDT. This IDT actually is a copy or extract, okay, from the original title of RDT. So IDT is the copy. Okay, this one is it's provided atau copy is a copy for the proprietor. Okay, so this one is the copy from the original of RDT. So it is issued to the proprietor. Okay. So this is the difference between RDT and IDT. RDT is the original copy and placed at land office or registrar office, and IDT is the copy for the owner, for the proprietor, okay, to shows that to shows the ownership of the lands. Alright, so the title itself, the DOT itself, okay, is divided into two, which is registry titles and another one is land office title. Okay, registry titles is a title that registered in registrar office. Okay, so for your information, only one registrar office for each state. Okay, so in Perak we just have only one registrar office. In Terengganu we have only one registrar office. For example, in Perak we have Pejabat Tanah dan Galian Negeri Perak, and it is located at Ipoh. Okay. Alright, so the DOT here, okay, that place here in Pejabat Tanah dan Galian, alright, is evidenced by a grant, okay. And normally when the DOT itself written grant, okay, so it is located in registrar office and it is called registry title. Okay, other than grant, okay, also located in registrar office and it is called registry title estate list or pajakan negeri. Okay, and another one is hak milik sementara daerah HST. So all of these title we call it as registry title and it is located in registrar office. Okay, so this is the classification of the land which is registered in the registrar office, or we call it as a registry titles. Okay, it is town or village lands. Okay, normally it is town or village lands, and also any lot of country land with area more than 4 hectares. So any land that is more than 4 hectares, okay, so the grant will be located at registrar office. Okay, any part of the foreshore or seabed, okay, all the seabed, tanah-tanah pantai or pinggir pantai, or it also includes islands, okay. Any lot in which the state authority may think fit to be held under registry title, even though the area does not exceed 4 hectares. Okay, so this is a special situation whereby even though the land itself is below than 4 hectares, okay, it's less than 4 hectares, but if the state authority think that it is fit to put in the registrar office, so the grant or the DOT will be under category of registry title. Okay, alright, so another one is land office title. Okay, so this title is the DOT that registered in land office. Okay, so only one land office for each district. For examples, in Perak, in here, okay, we have Pejabat Tanah Daerah Perak Tengah. Okay, okay, so in daerah Perak Tengah, in the district of Perak Tengah, so we just have only one, okay, land office. Alright. It is evidenced by Mukim Grants or Geran Mukim or Mukim List or that is Pajakan Mukim and Hak Milik Sementara Mukim HSM. So any grants with these titles, okay, normally it is located in land office. Okay, Pejabat Tanah. Alright, so this is the classification of the land which is registered in the land office. Okay, which is the first one is any lot of country land not exceeding 4 hectares. So any land that is less than 4 hectares will be registered in land office. Okay, and any land approved for the alienations under the land group settlements, for example, tanah berkelompok, okay, and also Felda, Fekra. Okay, this one normally is registered in land office. Okay, this is the examples of registrar title or registry titles, okay, that located in registrar office. Okay, as was mentioned before, Okay, normally gerant, pajakan negeri, and also hak milik sementara, HSD, okay, will be in registrar office, and it is a registry title, we call it. So this is the examples of grant. Okay. Okay, so in this grant, you will get the information about number hak milik. Okay, this is a quick rent, cukai tanah, cukai tahunan. Alright, so okay, you can see the information about number lot, luas lot, kategori penggunaan tanah. Okay, so the land area and also the category of land use. Okay, as a valuer, okay, this is very important information that you should know, because in order for you to do evaluation, to value a property, yeah, of course you need to know the size of the lands and also the category of land use, because of different category will bring you a different value. Okay, and of course the size also will give a different value. Alright. Okay, here you can see that the yellow highlighted sentence untuk selama-lamanya. So it means that this land is a freehold land. Freehold. Okay, because of it is allowing the owner to hold the property for the perpetual. Okay, so here you can see the express conditions, and here stated is bangunan perniagaan. Okay, and the last one is restriction of interest. So means that the land should be construct with commercial building. Okay, alright. So next we can see on the examples of land office title. Here it is stated pajakan mukim. If you still remember, the examples of land office title is Grand Mukim, Pajakan Mukim, and HSM, hak milik sementara mukim. Alright, so this is the examples of tanah berkelompok as mentioned before. Okay, and this one is tanah Reserve Melayu or Malay Reserve Land, because it is stated here Malay Reserve Land. Alright, okay, so here you can see that it is a pajakan selama 99 years. Okay, 99 tahun. Tempoh berakhir pada 30 Mei 2099. Alright, so it shows that this is the difference between freehold and leasehold. This one is leasehold property, leasehold land, because of stated here it is not a perpetual, not pegangan selama-lamanya, and it actually stated here the expirations of the lease. Alright. Okay, so now we move to the category of land title. For your information, we have two types of land title. Okay, qualified title and also final title. Okay. Okay, so qualified title actually a title given for the land that is not yet been details measured. Okay, so that land will be no accuracy of the land area. Okay, and also not yet been locate the boundaries. Okay, the land boundaries. Okay, so this qualified title actually been issued to enable land to be alienated in advance of survey, and to enable title to be issued in advance of the survey. So with the existing of qualified titles, okay, so the lands can be transferred, okay, can be sell, can be purchased, Okay, even though it is not yet details measured by the land surveyor. So it can be transferred. Okay, so you can use the land even though it is not yet been measured by the professional land surveyor. Okay, so okay, okay, for your information, the qualified title give the same right as in the final title. So you can transfer, you can charge, mortgage to the banks, and you can lease. Okay, you can lease over to the lessee, you can rent over to the tenants or whatsoever. So it is allowed. However, all right, there are several things that you not allowed to do, which is the first one is subdivision of the lands, because we not yet know the exact size of the lands, so that we are not allowed to subdivide the land. Okay, subdivide means bahagi. You cannot do a subdivision of land. Same goes to partition of lands and also amalgamation of land. Amalgamation is more towards combining the lands. Okay, two lots next to, so you combine it to be one lot of land. So it is not allowed. And also subdivision of any buildings. Okay, so these things need you to know an accurate size or measurement of the lands. Okay, because of qualified titles is actually issued before the details measured have been made. So means that these things, okay, these activities, okay, is not allowed. Okay, for the qualified titles, for the land with the qualified title. Right. So next is final title. We looks on the difference between that. Okay, so final title actually is the titles once any land held under the qualified titles has been duly surveyed. So means that the lands, maybe at the first stage it is a qualified title because are not yet details measured. However, after the land surveyor done the details measure, so that particular land will be issued a final title. Okay, so no more qualified titles, and now it is a final title. Alright, so it may be issued in continuation of qualified title as mentioned before. Okay, there will be a boundaries marks on the lands and the accurate land area will be known by the owner. So because out here with the final titles, okay, shows that the land is already have been details measures and also been marked with the boundaries. Okay, and the exact size of the land is known. Alright, so now whatever activities that is not allowed for during qualified titles now is allowed. Okay, you can do a subdivision of the lands, partition of the lands, even or you want to combine the lands or subdivide the building also can. Okay, right. So this is the examples of qualified title. It will stated hak milik sementara, either hak milik sementara mukim or hak milik sementara daerah, HST or HSM. Okay, so when you look the titles, okay, hak milik sementara, it shows that it is a qualified titles. Alright. Okay, so when there is no more qualified title hak milik sementara, you just use pajakan negeri. Okay, so means that it is a final title. Alright. Okay, so then we move to the interest in land. Okay, we just have two types of interest in land, which is freehold interest or leasehold interest. Just two. Okay, so for freehold interest, it refers to the ownership of the land for unlimited term, for perpetual. Okay, or in bahasa Melayu we call it pegangan selama-lamanya. Pegangan selama-lamanya. Alright. So the owner may use the land as he wish, but need to follow the condition and restriction in the document of title. Even though it is unlimited terms of perpetual, but the owner need to comply, okay, with the conditions stated in the DOT. Okay, for examples, if the use of land is building and the express condition clearly states for a commercial buildings, the owner is only allowed to build a commercial building. So if it is stated is for the use of agriculture, so the owner should comply to do the agriculture activities on the land only. Alright. Okay. So for leasehold interest, there are two types of leasehold interest. Okay, first, before that, to make it difference, to show the differentiation. Okay, so the leasehold interest, you can see the interest is limited term. Okay, the land interest is limited. Okay, normal, the common periods of the lease, okay, the lease period is 30 years, 60 years, or 99 years. But some of the cases, very rare cases, okay, it's happened 999 years, 999 years. Okay, so let's look on the first types of leasehold interest. The first one is alienation of land by state authority. So this land actually been issued by the state authority. Okay, as you know that land is owned by the state, so state authority can issue any land as he think that it should. Okay, so this land that issued by state authority, normally it is called as pajakan, a leasehold. Okay, either it is state lease or it is mukim lease, pajakan mukim or pajakan negeri. Alright, so it could be granted with maybe 30 years, 60 years, or 99 years, as what we discussed before. Okay, once the lease term is expired, so the owner needs to renew the lease for another term by applying to the state authority and need to pay an amount of premium. Alright. Leasehold is not desirable as compared to freehold. Okay, it is because of the leasehold property value is lower than freehold property value. Okay, because of there's a lot of restriction, especially on the terms. Okay, leasehold, if you still remember, it is limited terms of ownerships. So because of that, the value will be affected. Okay, the more closer to the expired terms, the lower the value. Okay. Okay, so alright. So this is the important things about leasehold interest. Okay, so another types of the leasehold interest is any land, okay, that actually it is a freehold interest land, however been leased out, which is more than 3 years. So any land that been leased out more than 3 years, we call it as lease pajakan. So any land that rent out less than 3 years, we call it as rent, sewaan. Alright, this situation happens when a freehold landowner lease out the land to another person. Okay, that we call as lessee. Alright. The lessee now owns a leasehold interest. He is not owned the property, but the interest of the property. Okay, so the lessee will pay a certain amount of rent or lease to the freeholder. The lessee will use the land for a limited time only upon agreement with the freeholder. So it is referring to the um, terms that stated in the agreements. Okay, normally for these situations, okay, it will involve an agreement between lessor and lessee. Okay, this one is to avoid any breach of the contracts, okay, between these two parties. All right. Okay, so the last but not least, okay, contents of land title. Okay, so first, okay, from the top to bottom, you can see the grant types. Okay, we have geran, we have pajakan negeri, pajakan mukim, hak milik sementara daerah, hak milik sementara mukim. So we have also registration number, nama hak milik, the quick rent, cukai tahunan. Okay, so here also stated state, location of the land, state, the district, the town or mukims, the number lots, because number lot could be similar between one place to another place. So this is very important for you to look on this very carefully, the location where it is actually located. Okay, and then temporary area or area. The temporary area normally for the land which is not yet been details measured. Okay, and then the category of land use. Okay, and whether it is for buildings or commercial, residential, agriculture and whatsoever. Okay, and also stated here the RSS sheet numbers. Okay, so the RSS normally will get from JOPAM. Okay, this RSS you can trace for your land site plan of your lands and also the adjacent lot of the land. All right, so next is application of number of survey, number pelan diperakui, and file numbers. And this one is more actually it's for the use of land officer. Okay, and also stated here the land interest, whether it is freehold or leasehold property, and also the signature of registrar. Okay, follows with the express conditions, restriction of interest, and also charge if you have any charge towards the land. Okay, charge to the bank also it is recorded. And the last one is the registered owner. Okay, if you have a land that have been transferred so many times, so you are able to look the history of the the owner of the land. Okay, I think so that's all for the document of titles. Okay, so hopefully that you can clearly understand and able to differentiate on the difference of the land. All right, thank you.